Hello all and welcome in to the Tier 2 season finale. We're here in round 12 as we head to Las Vegas for the final round here. 19 points separates GB Sanderson and Dynamic Duo and GB Sanderson, as well as Alpha Tauri and Ferrari. Both drivers and constructor battles are up for contention. Unfortunately, last time out, GB missed Qatar, which invited Dynamic Duo to take a strong 19-point lead in the championship. But GB has an opportunity now to turn that back as we head to Vegas. 17 turns, 2 DRS zones. Who will be Tier 2 champion at the end of this race? And unfortunately for the commentary team, there was a lot of technical difficulties in the commentary box. So unfortunately they missed out on seeing qualifying, but to review, Ethan ended up on pole, followed by P2 in the championship, GB Sanderson, followed by Ranga, and then GB's teammate Freddie in P4, putting himself in good standing to try and compete for the Constructors' Championship. Meanwhile, our championship leader, Dynamic Duo, starts all the way down in P5.
Oh my god!
And following that dramatic lap 1 spin from our championship leader Dynamic Duo, we're going to head back to the commentary box to lap 3, where our commentary team finally got their issues sorted out.
Yeah, I'm joking. Oh, and Evan's out. Oh, and I think we've got a safety car. There we go.
Oh no, we're
Okay.
having a really cool. Okay.
Is the audio working, GB? Because we kind of need to know that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Safety car's gone round for another lap, and it's in this lap. Oh no.
What?
Oh no. As we're going racing, and the safety car's still going round.
Oh lord, we're gonna have a.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Have you seen a more bugged lobby in your life? Alright,
Right.
hopefully we can get a safety car restart
Right,
this
Ethan's
time.
gone. We're going.
Ethan has dropped the hammer, and finally we get to see some racing. Oh my lord, we have been waiting for
Be
quite
careful,
some time
please.
for this. As Dynamic Duo are going to send it on the inside of Addiction. And will the Alpha
doesn't let
Tauri
him go.
get through? And the lovely
Let's
move
throw.
there
Oh, we've got
from Dynamic Duo there into P8. Meanwhile, Robstar gets ahead of Spared Fungus now. Spared Fungus now on the back of Robstar, as there's going to be a Haas of the lanky one sending it on Spared Fungus. And the lanky one... Oh no, there's a Mercedes into the wall of Dub Z!
What's Dub Z?
That's another safety car. I don't believe it. For those of you who are
We have
unaware,
one more.
if you box onto hards, you could make it to the end from here. I think hards to the end is the way to go.
Yeah, I think hearts to the end can go definitely
so
now.
I'm betting everyone will peel into the pits and box to the end.
Let's see
for the
who's
hards.
listening.
Does anyone here on the
two
track
don't.
have a brain? No, the top
Crypto
three.
will.
The podium
Robstar
drivers
does.
don't have a brain, and
Fungus
Crypto.
does. Oh, and
Crypto is the
Dynamic
first
Duo
driver
does.
with a brain, and Crypto in on the hard to the end here.
Duo's in.
And
So-
Dynamic Duo also has a brain, so
Alright,
this
it's in.
time it's an earlier call in than it was last time, but hopefully it's
Right.
actually in. I'm betting
Have a
Ethan
better
does
one.
I'm betting Ethan is really, more than trying to get a good restart, he's actually just looking to see that the car goes in, and it is definitely going in. It's going very far left, and actually it's on
Alright.
my screen just vanished into thin air. But anyway, we're
Nice.
going to go on board with Ethan in the Alfa Romeo to
It's
see
gone.
can he get a good restart here. And he has gone, but
GB's
GB
stuck with him.
right up the gearbox of Ethan.
Alright,
as
everyone, please keep it clean.
Ranga's car's
Please.
into the pit lane, so at least his car's out of the way. And Dynamic Duo now on the inside
of Spared Fungus now, our championship leader, round the outside of Spared Fungus into P8 now. And Dynamic Duo is one of the drivers who's on the best strategy at the moment. Dynamic Duo behind
WHF.
Crypto. Ethan.
Ooh! Oh, who's that? Oh,
That is
I saw someone
Addiction. Addiction's ghosted. I was going to say he lagged out, but I think he just had a bit of contact and ghosted. I think Addiction may have had contact with the wall here.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? C'est une dinguerie de faire ça.
Ready as
Crypto's
Crypto
going to make a
now.
move onto the Salmon for P5.
And
Let's try the outside.
surely the Salmon is going to let through his teammate as well here. And instead
Oh, he
he's completely parked with the apex and he's blocking his teammate here.
There he goes, he lets him through now.
Dynamic Duo had a really fight for that one.
Passes Sid for P9. Oh, Sid!
Oh, Sid, big crunch of the wall from Sid
Just
there.
turned in the wall himself there. I think he was trying to get the toe off of WHF and he's
Just
swerved
lost
too
control of the
aggressively.
car. And Sid
Oh,
now
when he's
tapping the rear of
careful.
Max.
Well, Sid passed his Cthulhu on with damage.
Slowly here.
Oh,
Cthulhu is to the
we're
wall!
gonna have another safety
No!
car. Yeah, we're
Safety
gonna have
car
another
for
safety car,
sure,
and we do.
and that has benefited the media runners in. We'll have 10
Well,
laps under the
there's-
safety car.
Sid
and I
has
do
passed
believe-
RAF. What the hell's got? Oh, RAF went off. RAF has just recovered from the escape road, so
There's just a few times it could happen. He might lose championship. Oh my god, this guy! This guy! This guy!
oh, stick up. Oh, WT Addiction's left it. He's out. Never mind. Oh, RAF. What the fuck? are you
RAF
doing,
and
buddy?
Sid crash into each other.
RAF. Yep. Good one. Caught that.
We're going to get penalised. There's no overtaking during the safety car period. You've got to give that position back, mate. We're under safety car conditions. And
The
Safety car.
restart here. And RAF has been
He's
the
driven
back
into
of
pneumatic.
Pneumatic.
line. Safety car in this lap.
As we go onto the restart here, and it's almost 4 wide!
What? They're not
Oh,
going.
it's done the thing again. It's done the safety car thing again.
Oh,
Oh
sake.
my god. What? Oh my lord.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
I don't believe it. Though, I see the safety cars very far in the distance, and I don't know if it's going
Can't
in.
tell if it's going in. I think it has. That's
I think
Duo's
it has
gone.
gone in, and
Right,
Duo's
we're
now
going.
gone finally, and after all of the
Right.
horrific glitches,
Ethan
we
on the back of
finally-
Max. He's going to look up the inside of turn 1.
What?
All side by side. What's bad camera angle?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ethan.
Ethan.
Thank you for
Right,
the
run
follow in the
outside.
chat.
Oh, he gets it.
Facil or whatever. That's a long name to read. Anyway, but Ethan gets ahead. GB now looking to get through on Max if he can. Crypto's crunched the wall on the outside of GB!
Oh, that was a risky place to
Crypto.
go for an outside move.
Crunches the wall as Ethan now all over the rear of Robstar. There's contact between
Oh,
Ethan
contact.
and Robstar.
What's up between Max and GB?
Duo now,
Looking
as I
at
mentioned,
this
is
car.
now 2.2
I'm
up
scared.
the road. And Ethan now trying to go side by side with Robstar in a very
I'm so
risky
scared right
corner
now.
to do it. And Ethan may send it here in before. And Ethan
no!
puts the McLaren into the wall, and the other McLarens come across the track, and Max has been hit. And there's an Alpha
God's
Tauri
sake.
round of the Salmon as well. But now,
The McLarens have taken each other out. Oh,
I think that was more. Ethan put Robstar on the wall, and then Robstar did not have control
that's
of his
GB going
car.
for the move. On Spared Fungus, he's also going to try and get past Robstar, who has no wing.
And
GB.
very risky place to squeeze through in the final corner, and GB does it.
just moves there. What the fuck? He's just holding me up.
Bro, what is this guy
He
doing?
sat back holding me up. I dropped 2 seconds to duo holding me up.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
I swear he's
No,
done it on
it's
purpose.
Rob. It's Rob.
Is he doing it on purpose?
I don't think. I think he's just slow. I
But
don't
he's
actually
dropped
think
2
he's like.
seconds. Oh, piss off!
Oh, I've got damage.
Fuck's sake,
Brilliant.
man. What is this guy doing?
I would not want to see a championship decided by one of these two DNFing.
Meanwhile,
Sorry.
GB and Freddy side by side. Does GB have damage?
Sure, oh,
He
hopefully
does!
not.
He's missing his
Oh, he
front
does!
left!
Oh no.
And Spared Fungus got through on GB as well. So GB needs a safety car so that he can get onto the softs here. Otherwise, that is his championship done and dusted. But if I were GB, I'd stay out here because there could still be drama to happen.
GB's off!
It's GB off and GB into the wall. GB into the wall, I believe.
No.
Went deep, as meanwhile Dynamic Duo now losing out to Ethan. And if I'm Dynamic Duo, I'm just holding position, making sure I'm not involved in any incidents, because as long as Dynamic Duo doesn't lose too massively, he will win this championship. Meanwhile, RAF almost into the rear of GB now. Oh, and RAF's
he's
around! RAF's in the wall! RAF is in the wall! It's
GB.
another safety car!
GB
It
pits.
is another safety car as GB does pit. Does he get his wing fixed though?
Okay.
Tell your team to fix your wing. I beg. He told them. I beg. He told them to
Please.
fix it. I beg.
He did. Oh my god, he did.
He did. Oh my god! Thank the Lord.
What do I do from here? Do I just go softs or do I go mediums?
You're gonna have to go softs, I guess. Go mediums if you want, but I don't know.
Oh, I can't even brake, man.
Right. I've got Ravage.
It's a fucking joke, man. It's a fucking joke.
No point me trying to hold him up either now because he's got a box. So.
No, just go for it.
Fuck's sake.
Season's over, mate. Honestly, I might stay out for a bit.
Okay,
Oh,
clear.
yellow flag. Please,
This
safety
little
car,
track,
please.
but
Thank
officials
you.
aren't looking
Thank
to
you.
push the safety car right now.
I
Just
missed the
be
pits.
careful. Okay, the safety car is out. Safety
No,
car
I
Thank
is
missed
you,
out.
the pits.
thank
We
you,
need to
thank
form
you.
up at reduced pace.
Wait, I
Keep
passed
close
it.
eye
Oh,
on
I
the
got
safety car.
mistimed.
Make sure to keep it positive.
I've mistimed the pit stop, but yeah, that's I'm not happy with
I
this.
passed the safety car.
Fucking villain.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Why is he breaking so much for there, for fuck's sake?
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're okay.
Ethan to
Sorry.
get this restarted, and what will do to our championship leader? Will he risk going for the win, which could end in tears? But GB, even if Dynamic Duo were to somehow retire, GB would need to get up to P3, and he's currently P8, so GB's going to need a monster
Ethan's
drive
going.
here, as Ethan went for a very late
There we go.
restart here, and GB now
I've got a
looking
yellow.
on the inside. And that yellow is non-existent, I believe, as GB now on the inside of his teammate Freddy,
Outside.
going
now.
for the outside of his teammate Freddy, as Freddy's defending, and I'm sure GB not
Yes.
happy to see his
There he goes.
teammate defending the position, but Freddy does let him through in the end, as GB now heading after the lanky one. Then he's got Crypto, then Spared Fungus, then he has his championship rival, Dynamic Duo.
P2.
But he needs Dynamic Duo to have an absolute mare here. Gonna have a very fun final sprint here to end the season as Robstar! Big contact with Max and Robstar.
Well,
That
these two
could be
McLarens
his
do not
race.
like each other.
Done and dusted. He's surely got to dump everything now in behind the lanky one in the Haas to try and get by. Meanwhile, the lanky one trying to get by.
Dynamic
Meanwhile,
Duo for the
Dynamic
lead.
Duo on the inside sends it in. into the final corner. Dynamic Duo with a lovely move. Can Ethan find a way back through again? Meanwhile, GB through on the lanky one. And GB now into P5 as we're going to head now onto the penultimate lap. Ethan now looking for the move back through again on Dynamic Duo, who's going to move to the inside, but Dynamic Duo going to keep it ahead round the outside here as Crypto now closing the gap to the leaders.
Freddie and GB are going to fight. No, boys, you don't want
as
this.
Sid's retired, there's not going to be a safety car because that's far too late.
Oh, Freddie's going to pass GB.
Freddie passing GB, and GB, I'm sure. Oh no, the lucky one round the outside of GB as well here. This could go from bad to worse now, as GB, I'm sure, is not too happy with his teammate, considering GB could win the championship here.
Bad Fungus, did he get a podium in Bahrain?
I believe so, yeah. Well, I think, to my knowledge. Pretty sure he did get P3.
He's going to definitely get the move now.
And Freddie now looking for way back through. Ethan back through. And Spared Fungus also through. Freddie through into P4 as well. And GB now, as we head onto the final lap, is P6 and can see the championship. He can see the championship slipping away here in Vegas.
Ethan's actually passed him. Ethan passed for the lead.
And Freddie now sets the fastest lap, and he's going to send it on the inside of Spared Fungus here, looking for the podium. Spared Fungus now in the Mercedes on the outside, looking for way back through on Freddie, but Freddie sweeps across and gets into P3 now. And GB still not able to get close enough as Ethan.
Oh, they're backing out. DRS chicken.
DRS chicken here. Ethan backs out, lets Dynamic Duo through because Ethan wants the DRS here on the final lap. And it has allowed Freddie. It has allowed Freddie into the DRS here if he can just keep it together through.
This, I swear to God.
If he can just keep it together through these next couple of corners.
Sorry, GB, I think it's over for you, buddy, but we're watching this.
On the final lap now of this Tier 2 championship, Ethan now will have the DRS on Dynamic Duo. Can Dynamic Duo defend from Ethan down the back straight here, down the Las Vegas strip? A poetic way to end the championship here, but Ethan, I believe, will take the lead and get his first win of the season in WHF, but it is going to come down to Dynamic Duo navigating these final couple corners. Did he brush the wall? I think he brushed the wall, but despite that, Dynamic Duo here is going to finish here in P2, but he'll be P1 in the Tier 2 championship. Dynamic Duo wins here in Las Vegas and wins the championship.
And GB gets P4 by
GB
8300ths.
He gets P4, jumps Crypto just across the line, and what a close finish it was there. But Dynamic Duo is your champion. Dynamic Duo here wins in Las Vegas.
Unless I can get Spared Fungus.
P1.
Oh, Crypto's lagging. Crypto's lagging like mad. I've managed to get Crypto because of his lag. P4. Oh, what?
And there you have it. There is your Tier 2 season done and dusted. Ravage, aka Dynamic Duo, gets his 4th win in a row to seal the title, winning the championship by 23 points over GB Sanderson, who had fought hard to the end. But unfortunately, his missed races caught up with him, and not only did Dynamic Duo win the drivers, but him and his teammate, the Salmon, sealed the constructors for AlphaTauri this race as well, winning it by 11 points over Ferrari, despite Ferrari's 2-3 finish in the Las Vegas race. They weren't able to close enough to the AlphaTauri team. But the man of the hour is certainly Ravage, who wins in his rookie year of racing with WHF, wins the Tier 2 championship, followed by GB in the championship. Next is Dobo, then Spurred Fungus, then Joshy, then Charisma, then Freddy. Zampa follows, beating Dubsy on highest finish. And next is Callum, and that is your top 10 in the championship for Tier 2. But that has been it from us here at WHF. Your Tier 2 season ends with Dynamic Duo as the winner. And now we look to the Tier 1 finale, where they head to Brazil to see whether Cookie or Cloud will become Tier 1 champion. I've been WHF Aro, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.